Hey guys, it's Childish, and we're back at it again, bringing you a next-gen cinematic adventure RPG for our YouTube channel called Heroes of Crown Legends. I want to give a huge shout out to Heroes of Crown Legends for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for giving me a chance to share this with my community. As all of you know by now, I've been looking for a new game to play in 2024 that can fit my casual playstyle, but still have a level of complexity that fuels my competitive drive. And without question, Heroes of Crown Legends is the game that I enjoy the most. Heroes of Crown Legends brings you everything you want in an RPG, but allows all players, casual and competitive, to effortlessly gain progress while away from the game. In Heroes of Crown Legends, the adventure truly never stops. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 4 reasons why you should be playing Heroes of Crown Legends. Now, the first reason why I think you should try Heroes of Crown Legends is going to be the hero summons. When it comes to hero collector RPGs, there's nothing better than to get a chance to summon the best units that the game has to offer. But as you might have guessed, every single game does this, Childish. Why is this one better than the rest? Well, as you guys can see, I'm on the top left. They have provided you 1,000 draws, meaning 1,000 premium scrolls that you're going to be able to collect over 100 days to go ahead and give you that opportunity to get the exact unit that you're looking for. And again, if that wasn't enough, if you guys see on the bottom left in the premium recruitment, you basically have a certain amount of scrolls or a certain amount of times that you can summon before you get a guaranteed core. And of course, these are going to be provided, as you guys can see, at 50, 100, and 300 with a cap at 300. So again, if there's a specific, banner or whatnot that has a unit that's available for you, you're going to be able to pull that unit if you have saved up your scrolls. And like I said before, we're talking 1,000 scrolls over the course of the next 100 days. So when you guys get started in this game, I promise you that in the first 3 months of the game, you're going to be able to get yourself a ton of new units. So as you guys might have guessed, since we're on the screen, we're going to go ahead and finish off here and get our guaranteed legendary. I'm excited because I've pulled a handful of units out there and I've seen a couple of units that are really, really cool, but I'm hoping that we can get ourselves an additional damage dealer, preferably one that's going to provide some AoE, some debuffs. If we can get something like that, I'll be really, really happy. So we're going to go ahead and do the summon. Let's see what we can do. Again, I'm hoping to see if we can pull something super unique here. If we can get at least one legendary, which we do, we get ourselves, let's take a look at this unit here, Siren the Sea Witch. So I want to go ahead and do some more recruitment here, as we know that we need 29 scrolls, and it looks like we got another copy of the Sea Witch Shard. I guess I'm just that lucky here, which again, you guys might be thinking, oh, that's not really good, Childish. You pulled an extra unit, but this is all part of upgrading your character over time. Not only will you level up your characters, but you also ascend them. So getting some additional copies of it is actually very important. This is actually a good pull for me, so I'm super excited to get this one here. So unfortunately, we only got 1 5-star, but that's okay because we got a couple of copies of the 4 stars that I've been looking to build, which you guys can see right here. We have a couple of those units already in our lineup. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to go ahead and start just from the get-go and see how many ones we need. It looks like we need 9 more times to get this guaranteed core here. So let's do it one more time here. Let's get that 10 recruitment. Let's see what we can pull, and let's see if we can get ourselves a really unique unit. I love the animation. I think they've done a fabulous job with this one. It looks super clean and whatnot. And it looks like not only do we get an additional legendary, but we also get that unit that we were talking about. Now, this is pretty cool. This guy looks pretty interesting. He looks like a panda that can do some art, kind of martial arts, kind of fighting. His name is Dawn the Master Dragons. Let's take a look at this particular unit here. Another type of, it looks like some kind of martial artist here. Saru of the Blade of Storms. Very cool, very unique. I do like the art style on a specific unit. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm really excited because, again, you guys are seeing right from the get-go that even though we are pulling a couple of, kind of legendary characters right from the jump, you'll notice that some of the units that I already have in the game built up, they're not legendary. I'm basically utilizing all the units that I've been collecting, all the copies of units that I've been collecting, leveling them up, equipping them up, and I'm getting the full advantage of the units that we've been taking advantage of. Even though I'm super blessed to have, obviously some 5-star units, it comes down to the overall building up these units, the evolving of the units, the ascending. All that's going to be very, very paramount when you guys are looking to build these units up here. That's the effort that you put into the characters is what's going to carry you in this game very, very far. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is the unique but diversified hero system. When it comes to these type of RPGs, heroes are the foundation of it all. You need to collect heroes, create teams, and of course find unique ways to take down some of the hardest content that the game has to offer. Now, what I like about Heroes of Crown Legends is that they made this game very easy to understand, And the initial gameplay doesn't require the strongest units of the game. You can take the units that you collect over the first 5 minutes and literally clear about 40 to 50 stages with ease. What I'm going to do for you now is go over the hero selection screen as well as take a look at one of my favorite units in the game, Ariel, the Ancient Warlock. I want to go over everything on both of these screens here so you guys can get a good idea of what you need to know when you first get started. So first thing that we want to talk about is the 2 types of tabs. We have the hero tab, of course, that has all the units that we've collected, 3-star to 5-star, as well as the portrait tab that we can go ahead and click on to take a look at some of the units that we've collected, as well as get some resources once we pull them the first time here. Now, going back to the hero screen, you're going to see a couple of things on the bottom. If you take a look at the bottom left, you have the lineup icon. That's going to allow you to take a look at all the lineups that are available in the game right now, so you can kind of strategize and see where do you want your units to kind of sit in the actual battlefield in order to take the most advantage of. As you guys might have guessed, we have units from warriors to assassins to mages and whatnot. So it's very, very important to know what type of unit you're looking to bring, but more importantly, where you're trying to lay them out on the battlefield. Of course, you're looking to bring your tanky type fighter classes up in the front, as well as some of your healers, some of your damage dealers. You're going to be putting those, in the middle and the back line. So of course, we have a couple of different lineups that you can utilize along the way to go ahead and kind of get that set up. But if you decide to mix it up and switch it up with like a 2 type of tank setup here, providing a really, really strong front line, you could do that as well to go ahead and get you started. But that being said, though, I want to tell you guys right from the get-go that I've been utilizing this first lineup here, and it's been absolutely amazing. And even to make things much more easier for you, I haven't really stressed out too much about trying to sting, the best type of strategy, the best kind of combination of units. I've literally been using almost a 4 to 5 damage dealing comp, focusing on just kind of clearing the content and letting the storyline kind of just play out. So things have been relatively easy. I really haven't had too much of a struggle. So I want to make sure you guys know that you don't have to really hone in on exactly what you want until you get further on into the game. But one of the cool things that they have incorporated in this game is some attack bonuses here. So if you guys are looking to get those here, you will see that when you click on the top left screen, ally bonus here, it's going to show you the 5 main elements. You got the water, the fire, the wind, and how they kind of strengthen over one another, as well as the light and the dark. Now, one thing to know that there is a chaos type heroes, but like it says down below here, it is played towards like the activations and whatnot, but it will be something that you'll be able to collect over time. Chaos is not one of those units that you get from the jump. You'll be able to get them later on in the game. But that being said, though, with the initial 5 elements that you get along the way, you can see that it's really, really easy to kind of create a little bit of a bonus here by getting a little bit of attack, a little bit of HP here, so that you guys can go ahead and do a little bit more damage from the jump here. And it's really easy. You don't have to stress out too much. Simply pick a couple of water, fire, or wind heroes to get yourself the initial boost. And if you're lucky enough to get those light and dark ones, you can get some initial boosts as well for those damages. So without question, super easy to set up here, even though like I said before, you don't really need a whole lot too much to kind of get you started. They already have a couple of initial beginner type ways of giving you that extra damage when you don't have the equipment, when you don't have some of the other things it has to offer, and provide you a little bit more DPS and a little bit more survivability. So next one that I want to show you here, of course, kind of everybody talked about a little bit, is of course the elements. As you guys can see on the hero tab, we have all the elements laid out in front of you, but of course we have the water, fire, wind, light, dark, and then of course chaos. So of course, when you get these specific units, or you're looking for a specific unit that you pulled, you can go ahead and make things easier for you and go ahead and click on one of these if you're looking to find it real quick. But without question, one of the coolest things about Heroes of Crown Legends is the recommendation tab, or the recommendation flag. When you click on this one, the game is going to give you guys some information on specific units that are going to help you when you're getting to jump in the game. And whether you're looking to transition from early to mid game, mid to late game, or if you're looking just to pick the regular units out there that are going to be coined as newbie type of units that you can use and get a lot of value of, or if you're just looking to pick a couple of units that will provide you a ton of damage or story progression, or even provide you a unique mechanic called counter rage. A lot of cool things that they provide you in this thing, so you guys can know when you pull these units which ones are good and which ones will synergize with another. But that being said, they've done a heck of a job providing you just the initial information on these units to kind of make your own unique teams and own one. But if you're looking to get a little bit of information from the game, they have provided it for you. They've made it super easy for you to understand. Next up, we got Ariel, the Ancient Warlock. So again, we're going to take a look at the screen and kind of give you guys the information on this, and you guys going to be surprised as to how easy this game is to pick up. So without question, just take a look at right in the middle. They're going to provide you a little bit of information without even looking at the skill. They're going to tell you that this particular unit is a mage that provides a lot of AoE and the burn type of mechanics. So what is that? let's go ahead and take a look at it, right? First skill, we got an AoE ability that's going to provide some damage based on burn. The second ability here, the Power of Ancient Deity, is also going to provide a little bit of damage, as well as providing the 35% chance to reduce the damage, as well as provide that burn mechanic here. And again, this one of the cool things about this specific game is that they don't make you go to a separate screen to go ahead and tell you exactly what every skill could do. They give you the information that you need to know right in front of you so that you guys can find out what it does. Is it a single target? Is this AoE? Is it a buff? Is it debuff? What does burn do? What does the damage decrease to? It provides you all the information you need to know so you guys have a better understanding of the units that you're looking to use, right? So the cool thing about this one is that the first skill is given to you that you could utilize right from the jump. And of course, as you level up your character, you're going to go ahead and get this different skills available for you at specific levels. The second skill is going to be available at level 21. The third skill is going to be available at level 61. And the last skill is going to be available when you unlock it at level 100. Below the skills, you got the information when it comes to your resources that you need to use. You have your potions, you have your gold, and of course you have your breakstones. Now, all these specific things you're going to be able to use to go ahead and level up your unit. But, you know, the biggest component that I've been finding myself collecting or looking to collect overall is going to be the breakstone. That's the stuff that allows you to evolve at specific high points, the level 20s, the level 40s, the level 60s. All of those big 20 level jumps generally need some additional resources by the likes of breakstones. So again, it's super easy to level up, but of course, if you're doing the quest, if you're following the storyline, you're going to collect those breakstones and you're going to be utilizing those to go ahead and focus on the specific units that you want to collect. Now, if that wasn't enough, one of the coolest things about this game is if you take a look at the top right here, we got this reset button. Now, this gives you an opportunity to reset the unit that you're working on. So again, you're going to collect hundreds of heroes over the course of this time. But if you find out that specific 5 units provide you everything you want and much, much more, you can go ahead and go to your unit, go to the reset, and reset everything you want to giving you all the resources that you put into it, as well as the upgrade materials that you utilize for it. So I mean, as you guys can see right here, I would get tons of resources, but I'd like the breakstones, the gold, the potions. I would even get some of the equipment that I've used on the specific unit. And this is something that I, of course, I can take off and utilize it for a different unit so that I can get full advantage of it and not waste any resources from my initial, upgrades. So again, really, really cool feature. Really a big fan of that. It's something that a lot of games miss out, so I want to go ahead and point that out. Now, the third reason why you should play this game is going to be the free-to-play resources. When it comes to these types of games, there is always the question that gets asked when it comes to the community is the game free-to-play friendly? And now, I've played this game for a little bit of time. I've realized that they've provided more than enough resources to get you started on the right track. So for right now, I just want to go ahead and show you guys a couple of spots that people kind of overlook, so make sure that you guys take advantage of those free resources and go ahead and collect them as soon as possible. So first thing we got to go back to is, of course, the hero screen, the hero selection screen. As you guys heard earlier, the portrait screen is one of the quickest ways to go ahead and get yourself some resources. Every single time you pull a new unit, once you click on it, you're going to get yourself 100 crystals. Now, of course, as you might have guessed, there is quite a bit of units that you're going to be able to collect on the way. But again, like I said before, there's just so many units that are going to be available to you to collect over time that's going to be a lot of good resources that you can utilize for a wide variety of things, okay? Next up, we got I want to go back to the city because I think there's a couple of things that we want to point out here. First and foremost, this is one of the things that doesn't pop all too often, but if you click this here on the left, you will notice that I was able to collect myself a surprise packet from a cross-server championship that has just been going on here. This is from Gilbert, who provided us this little packet, and of course we got ourselves some additional rewards here that we can go ahead and collect. And so super cool, because again, this is just something that they kind of got going on in the game, but if you're on the game and you're actively playing, you will be able to see that and be able to collect that as well. Now, as you guys might have guessed, there's always going to be a handful of things that are going to be available to you just the mail. So making sure that you're checking the mail when you're available to claiming all the resources, you'll be able to collect yourself a wide variety of goodies that you can utilize to go ahead and upgrade your heroes and whatnot. Next up that I want to show you is the adventure screen as well. As you guys might have guessed, this is an idle game. So we're going to be sitting here, moving up in the ranks, but when we're just kind of sitting around not doing anything, the game is going to be playing on the side, just kind of leveling up throughout or over time, and you will be able to collect yourself some resources after you've been AFK for a certain amount of time. As you guys can see, we've been AFK for about 90 minutes, and in 90 minutes, we've been able to collect ourselves quite a handful of resources that we can use for upgrading as well as equipping our characters. The claim feature, which is something that you're going to be able to get as you've been online. The longer you are online, the more rewards you're going to be able to collect. So if you've been online throughout the game, if you had the game actively going, you're going to be able to collect yourself some rewards. Again, the potions, the gold, the breakstones, but more importantly, the scrolls. We love those premium recruit tickets so we can get ourselves some new units here. Those premium recruit tickets, again, like I said, it's right here, will be able to allow you to collect those 3 to 5 star heroes. Now, don't forget about the Adventure Pass. The Adventure Pass is something, of course, is a pay-to-play aspect, but it does have some resources out there for the players. So if you come on over here to the Adventure Pass icon and you go ahead and claim the rewards, you'll be able to get yourself the hundreds and hundreds of crystals that it's going to be providing. But again, of course, you want to spend the money, you'll get a little bit more. That being said, though, the rewards that you get in the game is more than enough. And like you guys can see, I already have 6,600 crystals here that I've been collecting along the way. Now, one thing that people forget about quite a bit here, it's not just about gold. It's not just about crystals. It is about equipment. It is about improving the character through and through. And one of the things that they show you right above the Adventure Pass icon is, of course, some additional resources that you collect through the storyline, which is going to be your equipment, your scrolls, and of course, some additional shards that you can use to go and combine and get yourself some high-end units. Now, this is just as important, if not more important, than the gold and resource beginning. Once you get those characters, you still have to evolve them, ascend them. You still have to equip them with the strongest equipment you have collected or have crafted, so that you can have the high combat power in order to deal with all the strong levels that you're going to be coming up here in the near future. But the fourth reason why I feel like you should play Heroes of Crown Legends is going to be the simplicity of the storyline and the daily tasks. First and foremost, the storyline. When you get jumped into the game, it's going to basically kind of take you through the storyline and not let you kind of tear and check out other things. If I go to the main screens that I got going on here, we take a look at the city, right? If we take a look at the wilderness, what are you guys going to see right now? You're going to see a lot of different icons for a lot of different things that I can go ahead and do in the game right now. But of course, I've been playing this game for quite some time and I have a lot of options for you. But this is not going to happen for you as a beginner. When you come into the game, everything's going to be simple for you. Everything's going to be laid out for you. You're going to basically just kind of jump into the adventure, kind of get a feel for your characters, how everything works. And then over the course of the storyline, they're going to start opening up a variety of things for you to go ahead and understand the game that much better. So if you're one of those people out there that get a little bit overwhelmed when it comes to these type of games, have no fear. This game has done a very good job as far as keeping everything simple from the jump. And as you kind of progress in the game, it'll slowly but steadily provide you a little bit more information to make your insight in the game that much more better. In conclusion, understanding your heroes, managing your resources, and of course doing those daily tasks are just a few things that you can do to progress fast in Heroes of Crown Legends. Now, if you want to see more videos down the road here, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Heroes of Crown Legends for sponsoring this video. And if you guys want to show your support, check out my link in the description down below, or check out my QR code on the top left of your screen so you guys can download the game using that link and go ahead and support the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the game very soon.